we are starting to get a much better idea of what we can see come into Ice District. A brand new Body by Bennett location will be in the JW Marriott come fall 2018 in Simon. That's really not that far away.
Jessica, we are pumped about it. 218, you're right. It is not that far away. A year and a bit is going to go real fast. We are heavy into the planning and the organization. You see the building going up. It's like it's happening right before our eyes. And we are going to operate, the L4 and L5 level. And it's going to be an exciting concept for Edmonton. We can't wait to unveil it.
Literally in the heart of Edmonton's biggest project. Now, Simon, you and your team train the Oilers when they're not on the ice, of course. And Simon is going to be showing us some NHL-style workouts that you can do at home as well. Simon, what do we have?
Excellent. So, okay, first of all, what I want to say is that there are many different styles of exercises that you can do with players, right? Sometimes we're working in, sometimes we're working out. When we're working out, it's kind of what people would typically understand to be maybe a little bit more testosterone kind of driven type of training. And then sometimes we're working,
workout?
Correct,
okay.
Right? And then sometimes we're working in to try to really balance out the body. And so that's really what I'm going to show you today is NHL style stuff that we do with players, because our players, like hockey players in general, live in a flexion dominated type environment, right? And so our job as strength and conditioning specialists is to try to counteract a lot of what's happening in that world, right? So the first one I want to show you is an exercise that we're going to do over on the box here, right?
So now people at home, if they don't have this piece of equipment, what can they do it on?
They could use a couch, they could use a small table. It's really, as you can see, it's just needing something that's about 12 inches high, okay. Just enough to elevate your elbows, right?
Perfect, okay.
So place the elbows down,
yep.
That's it, good. Now what I want you to do is I want you to now tuck your head between your arms and then slide your hips back, right? Keeping the spine nice and straight, right? Let's bring the arms up and then not let the elbows slide off the table, right? And then as you slide into that, can you feel the stretch into this upper back, right?
I can, and it feels great.
And that's perfect. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pop out of that, right? So you're going to come forward, pop out of that, and then you're going to come back in, right? Trying to find a little bit more of that end range, right? And then coming up out of it. And
that's a great
you do that 8 or 9, 10 times, right? All right, so that's number one. Number two, you ready for number two?
Oh, I'm ready. My back's feeling open. I'm ready to go.
Great, it just gets better.
Oh, okay,
It just gets
I love
better
it,
from there.
I love it.
So I have a dowel here, right? This could be like a broomstick. So like if you're somebody at home and you're like, you've got the broom or even like I've seen the mop and stuff like that, you just unscrew the mop, right? And then you have your dowel, right?
Love it.
So this is again a 12-inch box, which is perfect, but if you had 8 inches, that would be fine as well, right? It really doesn't matter. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna step forward onto the block, right? And then what I wanna do is I wanna push the stick up over my shoulders, right? And then I'm gonna come back out of that. And then I'm gonna alternate to the opposite side. Good. Now, so Jessica, on the second round here, now you're gonna go off to the side, right? So you're gonna reach up, so you're gonna bend the top elbow.
Oh, okay.
Right? That's it. And so this spine is only designed to rotate so much. So we want to make sure that we're not trashing out that lower back joint, right? But you should feel that stretch all the way through that upper back, right?
This is great.
And then you're going to touch it and then come back out.
And then step back.
Nice. And then you'll go to the opposite side. Okay, so last but not least, we also want to turn on the butt muscles, right? So there's a million and one half exercise that we can do to do this, right? But one of my favorites, one of the players' favorites, is using a super band, right? I can create some resistance from a half kneeling position. The band's gonna go across the hips, not on the stomach, but across the hip bones. Now your back feet, I want you to curl your toes under, that's it. Okay, now from there, I want you to really kind of push your hips forward into the band, right? But not the low back, right?
Oh, so yes, I did do that.
Protect the spine, right? Now, one important piece in this is that as you're going back into that extended position, or flex position rather, right? You want to make sure you keep the back nice and straight, okay? So we don't want the back to round, right? Rounding is called pooping dog, right? So we're not,
and it just doesn't sound attractive either.
It's not a good thing. So if you don't have a super band at home, a simple kind of modification for this is to actually just go into a glute bridge, right? So you could actually just get yourself down basically on your back, right? And then get your head down and then push your hips up into extension. So we would be, in essence, duplicating just what we did here. That's it. Those are the 3 drills. So those would be some of the things that the players would do to try to work in more as opposed to working out. Right.
Well, Simon, thank you so much.
Perfect.
I feel nice and stretched, and I did break a little sweat doing that too.
And we're to be honest with you, we're really pumped about the 218 fall new facility. Can't wait for it to happen, and excited to unveil it to the Edmonton people.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, for all the latest news and event announcements, visit our website and follow us on social media. And don't forget to get your Adam Lambert and Queen tickets, as well as John Mayer tickets. They both go on sale Friday morning. For PCL Ice Level, I'm Jessica Kent, and he's
Simon Bennett.